Howdy y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you how to create this fun, eclectic, autumnal card. So let's begin. So to start out, I've grabbed a couple of sizes from the various pumpkin shaped die cuts that I have. I tend to like nested dies. And there you go. Now that my pumpkin pieces are all cut out, I've brought out my gel plates and I'm going to, now I have a larger and a smaller one just so I can vary which one I'm using. Because of that, I'm actually going to use two brayers, one for each color. So we're going to bring out Quinacridone Violet, and we're going to put that on one of these gel plates. Now, because this is a tube rather than a bottle, I'm going to need to squeeze from the bottom. That's mostly because this is a metallic tube as opposed to a plastic tube. Bringing in some vivid orange as well. And we just grab one or two of these die cut pieces and place them on the gel plate. And just bring in some paper to pick up that print. You could also run your brayer over the back of this to help make sure you get as much of the paint off of your gel plate as possible. Also got some of the other color that was previously on there. This one made more of a print showing off the pumpkins. It's probably because we used a larger plate for it. So now I'm going to bring in some Candid coral. Along with some Seashell pink. Couple of these on there. Let's put some of these other ones on there too. These are kind of nicely layered pumpkins. I enjoy trying to pick up prints with my die cut pieces because not only does it add some color to those pieces, but it also adds an interesting pattern to my gel prints. Yeah. Okay, so now that our pumpkins are all done, I'm going to actually stamp the sentiment on the card front right here. So I'm going to stamp this in thread puller ink, which is called Icing on the Cake. Okay. I'm going to make sure I get some nice even pressure on this. and it does look nice, but I want it to be a little crisper, so I'm going to ink that up again. That is much better. So now I'm going to take my card front, and I'm going to take my die cut and gel printed pumpkins, and I'm going to form a little wreath around my sentiment using my pumpkins. Well, these are all my smaller pumpkins. They don't stretch out near as much. And then I have the pumpkins that are just a little longer here. I'm going to use some 3M foam tape to help me out with that. So I am just cutting foam to just kind of mount this piece up a bit. I will be providing some links to similar style dies in the Dies R Us website. So actually, I'm gonna pick that up a bit because I want to place the other pumpkin underneath this right here. So yeah, that will work. So I'm just using whatever adhesive is on hand at home. This one just happens to be by Doris. And I'm going to place that pumpkin right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this around my sentiment so that we have a full wreath of pumpkins around the sentiment. Just right there. And there for the pumpkin. And as far as the edges that aren't exactly fitting on the card front, what you can do is you can just bring in some scissors to trim that up a bit. If you needed to and space allowed for it, you could totally use the side of the pumpkin that you didn't need for this on the opposite side here, but this won't exactly fit, so I'm not going to use it. So our sentiment stamp that I used right here was part of a collaboration between Art Impressions and Simon Says Stamp. It was part of their Stamptember deal. Well, it's the only one I have that says anything about pumpkin spice, so I'm using it. Okay, so we've got our pumpkin here, and then what we would do is place our other pumpkin here. So do you guys like pumpkin spice? I'm actually kind of weird. I don't like pumpkins. Like, I don't like pumpkin pie or anything like that, but I am totally like down for some pumpkin spice frappuccinos. They sound really good. We'll get a little bit of our little pumpkin stem, so that's not bad. And we still have a lot of pumpkins to spare if we wanted to make another card. Remember, you could always use your pumpkins or any die cut you have to help create some nice little gel prints. So it's kind of a twofold process, because we have these really cool colored pumpkins, but we also got these really cool gel prints out of that also. And we have pumpkins to spare. Now we're going to place our card front onto our card base. We're going to use our Misty to help us do that. We just need to apply a little glue. That's what we need to do. I'm going to apply it directly to the card front. And then I'm going to butt this piece up right next to it. And now what I can do is have a nice little card. All nicely done. It's a little specific for this time of the year, but you know, I like it. It's cool. I would like to thank y'all for sticking with me to the end of the video. And remember, I will have the names of the supplies I used listed in the description box below. And as far as the pumpkin dies are concerned, well, I couldn't exactly find the specific ones I used, but I did find a similar style in the Dies R Us website, so I'm going to link that in the description box below. So remember, stay safe, stay healthy, stay crafty. Bye!